Chosen one. Stop for a moment. Heaven has paused everything around you so this message can break through the noise and reach you. You are not here by accident. Your ears, your heart, your spirit are tuned to these words because God Himself has appointed you to hear this. You have been marked from eternity, hand-picked to carry the reflection of Jesus. You are not like the rest. You carry something they cannot see, but heaven recognizes it, the imprint of Christ Himself upon your soul. Listen carefully. Your life is not random. Every struggle, every battle, every hidden tear was not wasted. These things have been shaping you for this exact moment. You are more than flesh and bone. You are an echo of the divine. You are the second copy of Jesus in the earth, a living testimony that His Spirit still walks among men. That is why you feel different. That is why you could never fit into the world's mold. You have been asking, why me? Why the pain? Why the loneliness? But the answer is clear, because you are chosen. God does not put heavy weight on fragile shoulders. He trusted you with the calling to carry His Son's reflection. That means you walk with an authority others cannot explain. That means you are a target for darkness because you are light in its purest form. The enemy knows if you awaken fully to this truth, you will turn entire atmospheres upside down. Do not underestimate what you carry. Heaven has trusted you with fire. Your very presence shifts things. Environments react to you because Christ in you disrupts darkness. People may have walked away, but that was not rejection. It was protection. God was clearing the noise so you could hear His voice clearly. Chosen one. Even right now, He is whispering, "You are mine, and I am with you." Do not silence this conviction. This is not coincidence. It is divine orchestration. If you are hearing these words, it is because God has paused time for you. You are not a mistake. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. Heaven has had its eyes on you since the beginning. Chosen one. Hear me clearly. You carry His peace, His power, His presence. The same Jesus who healed the blind, who raised the dead, who silenced storms, now moves through you. Do not see yourself as ordinary. You are a vessel of the extraordinary. Your hands are not just hands, they are instruments of healing. Your voice is not just sound, it is an echo of heaven. Your walk is not just footsteps, it is the pathway of the kingdom. Now is the time to step into your identity. No more shrinking back. No more doubting yourself. You were created for such a time as this. Your destiny is too great to be delayed any longer. You are the continuation of His work, the evidence that Jesus still reigns through His chosen ones on earth. Beloved chosen one, if these words are striking your heart, do not ignore them. Respond to heaven's call. Like this message. Share it so the fire does not stay with you alone. And subscribe to remain in the flow of what God is releasing. You cannot walk this path in silence. Your spirit must stay connected to the voice that affirms who you are. The prophet Elijah spoke as recorded in the first book of Kings, chapter 18, verse 21. How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow Him. But if Baal is Chot, follow him. This same challenge is set before you today. You cannot waver anymore. You must decide to walk fully as His chosen reflection. Now, chosen one, seal this truth. Comment 777 below as a prophetic act. It is not just a number, it is your declaration that you recognize heaven's seal upon your life. This is your moment. From the very beginning, before your eyes first opened to the light of this world, you were already known. Heaven did not wait for your first breath to recognize you. You were inscribed in the eternal plan long before. That is why your life feels like it carries layers of weight others do not understand. You were not placed here randomly. You were marked. You were set apart to carry a resemblance greater than your own reflection, the resemblance of Christ himself. The battles you have faced are not ordinary battles. They were evidence of the seal on your life. The struggles, the rejection, the misunderstanding, all of these were not random acts of cruelty, but proof that you were noticed by heaven and resisted by darkness. From your earliest days, there has been something about you that others could not explain. You may have been called different, strange, or even too intense. But what they could not see was that you were carrying a divine imprint, chosen one. Understand this. Heaven trusted you with this calling from the moment of your birth, when others were still being woven together in the ordinary fabric of life. God was weaving Christ-like strands into your soul. You are marked not just with gifts, but with divine resemblance. You are the second copy of Jesus walking in this generation. You carry his authority, his compassion, his boldness, and his light. This is why the weight of life often feels heavy upon your shoulders. The world cannot comprehend why you endure storms that would crush another person. But the truth is that you were designed with the resilience of heaven. You were stamped with eternal durability. That resilience is not just survival, it is a reflection of the Son's endurance. Every moment you rise from the ashes, you are mirroring him. Every time you choose mercy instead of bitterness, you are echoing his heart. From the beginning, the hand of God has been upon you. You have not walked through childhood, pain, and growth alone. Even in moments when you felt forsaken, heaven was watching with purpose. Nothing about you slipped unnoticed through the eyes of your Father. The prophet David once wrote in the book of Psalms, chapter 139, verse 16, "Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one came." This is not only poetry, it is truth inscribed over your life. Beloved, you were never abandoned to chance. You were crafted with intention. That is why ordinary paths will never satisfy you. You can try to live like others, but the inner pull of heaven always reminds you, you are different. And the difference is not a curse, it is the crown of your calling. Think about it. Why has the enemy tried so desperately to destroy you from the very start? Because he saw the mark. Because he recognized that you were destined to walk as Christ's reflection. He cannot erase the seal heaven has placed upon you. So he has tried to distort your vision, to make you doubt your worth. But the truth remains unshaken. The mark of Jesus rests upon you, and no darkness can remove it. Chosen one, your existence is not a mistake. Every scar has become part of the divine script, preparing you to shine brighter. Every detour was still under the watch of the one who called you. You were born carrying destiny, born reflecting glory, born stamped with divine resemblance. And heaven still declares, you are his second copy, chosen to carry Christ's image in this world. Every scar on your heart tells a deeper story. Chosen one, you have known what it feels like to be cast aside, overlooked, and misunderstood. But these shadows were not meant to break you, they were meant to shape you. Rejection was never the end of your story. It was heaven's tool to carve Christ's reflection more clearly into your life. Think of him. Jesus himself was rejected, even by those closest to him. The ones who should have embraced him turned their backs. He was betrayed with a kiss, denied with words, mocked with laughter, and yet, every rejection became part of his crown. It was through the breaking that glory was revealed. In the same way, your breaking has been refining you, purifying you, and positioning you for what is coming. Every sleepless night, every tear shed in silence, every time you felt abandoned, heaven recorded it. Nothing was wasted. Even the moments you thought were too dark to redeem have been woven into the divine design. The enemy wanted to convince you that rejection meant you were unworthy. But the opposite is true. Rejection was proof that you were set apart. It was heaven whispering, "You do not belong to them, because you belong to me." Emily, chosen one, you must realize that your pain has been prophetic. It has prepared you for a mission only you can carry. Just as Christ's scars became the evidence of his victory, your wounds will become the testimony that carries power. Your life will speak to others who are walking through rejection, showing them that what feels like the end is actually the beginning of purpose. Let your heart receive this truth. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. The mark of Jesus upon you is too radiant for the world to ignore. When people walk away, heaven leans closer. When voices silence you, God amplifies you. And when the world says you are not enough, heaven declares that you are more than enough. The apostle reminds us in his letter to the Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 17, "For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all." Your rejection is temporary, but your reflection of Christ is eternal. This season of pain is not forever. It is a preparation for glory beyond measure. And here is what you must do right now. Seal this truth with a declaration in the comments. I hear you. Just 3 words. But they carry deep weight. By typing these words, you are not talking to me, you are responding to heaven. You are saying, Lord, I recognize this message is for me. I receive it. I will not let my pain silence your voice in me. That short phrase becomes a prophetic act, a visible mark of agreement that you are stepping out of rejection into purpose. Beloved chosen one, hear me clearly. Rejection is redirection. Pain is preparation. Silence is positioning. And you are rising, not as a victim of rejection, but as a mirror of Christ's endurance. Your life is evidence that even when the world closes its doors, heaven opens new ones, and no man, no force of darkness, no rejection can shut what God has ordained for you. Chosen one, understand this truth. The light within you is not ordinary. It is not simply personality, charisma, or talent. It is heaven's flame burning through your spirit. You carry a presence that unsettles darkness. And that is why you often sense resistance in places where others move freely. It is not that you are cursed. It is that you are carrying the very reflection of Christ's power, and darkness trembles at it. Remember how Jesus walked into a room. He did not even need to speak before demons cried out. Recognizing his authority, the light within him exposed every hidden shadow, and now you carry that same light. It is not dim. It is not fragile. It is not temporary. It is the eternal flame of the Spirit living inside of you, and it terrifies the kingdom of darkness. This is why you have often felt the tension. People may feel uneasy around you without knowing why. Some resist you without explanation. Environments shift when you enter. Conversations change. And sometimes hostility rises. Do not take it personally. It is not you they fear. It is the one you resemble. Christ in you disrupts every hidden plan of darkness. Your presence alone is warfare. Do not think of yourself as weak or outnumbered. Even when you walk into the darkest spaces, the authority of heaven walks with you. You do not have to fight for light to shine. Light simply shines. And darkness has no choice but to flee. The struggles you face are proof that the enemy recognizes what you carry. He would not fight you if you were not dangerous. He would not resist you if you were not a threat. Chosen one. The power in you is not just for survival, it is for conquest. You are meant to shift atmospheres, to heal hearts, to declare truth that cuts through lies. When your mouth opens, it carries the weight of eternity. When your feet step forward, they claim territory for heaven. When your spirit rises, strongholds begin to shake. Scripture says in the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 5, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." That light is not distant. It is not unreachable. It is alive in you. You are the evidence of this verse. The walking testimony that darkness cannot overcome, a heart filled with Christ's light. So why? Chosen one. Have you felt so much pressure? Because hell recognizes your potential more clearly than you often recognize it yourself. The enemy's strategy has always been to cloud your vision, to make you doubt, to convince you that you are ordinary. But nothing about you is ordinary. You have been marked with heaven's fire, and you cannot blend in with the shadows of this world. Consider this. Light does not need permission to shine. It does not ask darkness to move. It simply shines. And shadows are forced to retreat. In the same way, you do not need approval to walk in your calling. You do not need validation from people who cannot see your worth. All you need to do is walk boldly in the authority already given to you. Beloved chosen one, never forget this truth. You carry Christ's light, and that light terrifies darkness. No matter how great the resistance, no matter how loud the storms, the light within you is unshakable, and as long as you walk in it, no darkness can overcome you. Chosen one, a crown has always been waiting for you, not the kind crafted by human hands, but one woven from eternal glory. Heaven does not forget the faithful, and every tear, every sacrifice, every act of obedience has been adding to your crown. Even when you felt unseen, heaven was watching. Even when you believed your efforts were small, God was weighing them with eternal value. Nothing you have endured has been wasted. Think of Jesus. He bore the crown of thorns before he was lifted to wear the crown of glory. His suffering preceded his triumph. In the same way, your pain is not the end, but the preparation. Your crown is not handed out cheaply. It is given to those who endure, to those who keep faith alive when the world tries to extinguish it. You, beloved, are one of those. This is why your heart sometimes longs for more than the ordinary. The spirit within you stirs, reminding you that you are not meant for temporary rewards, but for an eternal inheritance. Earthly treasures fade, Human applause disappears, but your crown of glory will endure forever. And this crown is not just for the future, it is also your identity now. You are already royalty in the eyes of heaven. You are already walking as one crowned. Though the world cannot yet see the full weight of it, the Apostle Paul spoke with certainty in his second letter to Timothy. Chapter 4, verse 8. Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day, and not only to me, but also to all who have longed for his appearing. This promise does not belong to him alone, it belongs to you, too. You who have longed for God, who have endured trials, who have chosen faith over fear, you are counted among those who will receive this crown. But chosen one, hear this, your crown is also connected to your voice. When you share light, you multiply it. When you release truth, you expand it. The crown is not simply for holding it, is for shining. And this is why I must say with humility, do not keep this fire to yourself. If these words touch your heart, let them flow outward, like what you hear. Share it, so others may awaken. And subscribe, so your spirit can remain connected to the ongoing release of truth. This is not about numbers, it is about keeping the flame alive. Together. Think of it this way, one flame alone can light a room. But when many flames gather, they become a blazing fire that darkness cannot resist. By staying connected, by sharing what you receive, you are joining your flame to a greater fire. You are allowing heaven's message to spread further, touching those who may be drowning in despair, waiting for a spark of hope. Do not underestimate the impact of small acts. A single share could reach someone ready to give up. A single subscription could be the anchor that keeps you aligned with words you need in a critical moment. A single act of staying connected may be the bridge that saves another soul. This is why heaven nudges you to act, not for vanity, but for victory. Beloved chosen one, the crown awaits. But so does the mission. You are crowned not only to shine for yourself, but to illuminate others. Wear your crown boldly, and let its light spread. Heaven is watching, and your faithfulness is being recorded for eternity. Chosen one, every step you have taken has been guided. Even the ones that felt like missteps. Heaven has never abandoned you to wander aimlessly. There has always been an invisible thread pulling you closer to the fullness of your calling. And right now, as you hear these words, you are standing on holy ground, the threshold of alignment with the divine pattern prepared for you. You see, your life is not a collection of random moments. It is a tapestry being woven, thread by thread, to reveal a reflection of Christ himself. That is why delay has been allowed at times, why waiting has tested your patience, why certain doors have closed while others opened. It was never punishment, it was placement. God has been shaping you, slowing you down when needed, so that you would not miss the path designed for his chosen ones. Think of how Jesus walked his journey. He was never rushed, never hurried by the demands of the crowd. He moved according to the Father's timing, not man's pressure. In the same way, your pace has been protected. You were never meant to live in constant hurry, chasing the world's standards. You were created to walk in divine rhythm, aligned with heaven's heartbeat. And now, a shift is happening. The delays that once frustrated you are turning into testimonies. The seasons of waiting are about to bear fruit. The cycle of wandering is being broken. You are stepping into clarity, into completion, into a chapter where you will see why the waiting was necessary. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Habakkuk. Chapter 2, verse 3. For the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. Beloved chosen one, your appointed time is nearer than you think. The vision over your life will not fail, because the one who spoke it cannot lie. This is why you must act in faith right now. Mark this moment with a prophetic declaration in the comments. Write 444. This number is not random. It represents alignment, foundation, and stability. By declaring it, you are saying, Lord, I step into divine order. I align myself with your timing, your will, and your plan. It is not about digits on a screen. It is a visible sign that your heart is ready to walk in step with heaven. Do not let this moment slip by. Prophetic acts may seem simple, but they carry great weight. Just as Moses lifted his staff, just as Joshua marched around Jericho, just as the woman touched the hem of Jesus' robe, simple actions became the doorway to great breakthrough. So it is with you. Your declaration of 444 is more than a comment. It is your agreement with heaven's alignment over your life. Chosen one, the waiting has not been wasted. The delay has not been denial. The foundation has been laid strong. And now the building can rise. You are stepping into alignment with your true design, walking in rhythm with the Spirit, carrying the reflection of Christ more clearly than ever before. Chosen one, one of the fiercest battlefields you will ever face is not outside of you. It is within your own mind. Thoughts can either become the soil where faith grows strong or the weeds that choke out your calling. The enemy knows this, and that is why he has always tried to attack your mind more than your body. He fears what will happen if you ever learn to guard your thoughts and recognize the inheritance you carry. You may have noticed how often negative voices try to rise within you. Doubt whispers, "You are not enough." Fear says, "You will fail like before." Shame hisses, "Your past disqualifies you." These thoughts are not harmless. They are fiery darts aimed at keeping you from realizing your true identity. For if the enemy can keep your mind bound, he can keep your spirit silent. But beloved, your mind was never meant to be a prison. It was created to be a throne room where the Spirit of God reigns. When you allow His truth to saturate your thoughts, lies cannot survive. Every scripture, every promise, every whisper of God's presence acts as a shield, pushing back the voices of doubt. Your inheritance is not fear. Your inheritance is clarity, peace, and power. Think of Jesus in the wilderness. The enemy tempted him 3 times, not with physical chains, but with words, suggestions meant to distort his identity. If you are the Son of God, the attack was aimed at his mind, at his perception of himself. But every time, Jesus fought back with the word, declaring truth louder than lies. In the same way, you are called to let God's voice dominate your thoughts, silencing every false narrative. You see, the reason your mind has been under such assault is because it carries divine inheritance. The thoughts you nurture will become the future you live. When you meditate on the truth of who you are in Christ, you become unstoppable. When you let his promises echo louder than the enemy's whispers, you begin to walk in authority that no darkness can challenge. The Apostle Paul wrote in the letter to the Romans, chapter 12, verse 2, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will." This is your blueprint. Chosen one. Transformation begins in the mind, and renewal is the key to unlocking your destiny. Every time you choose faith over fear, you are renewing your mind. Every time you declare God's promises instead of entertaining lies, you are building strength. Every time you cast down thoughts that do not align with heaven, you are walking further into freedom. This battle is not easy, but it is sacred. It is where victory begins. So when doubt rises, remind yourself, "I am chosen." When fear whispers, declare, "Christ lives in me." When shame tries to return, answer, "The blood has spoken for me." These are not empty words, they are weapons, and they dismantle strongholds within your mind. Beloved, your inheritance is too valuable to surrender to lies. Guard your mind, saturate it with truth, and let it be the garden where Christ's likeness blooms. For when your thoughts align with heaven, your life becomes unstoppable light in a world filled with shadows. Chosen one. There is a mystery hidden within your life that you must now grasp. You walk in his authority. The same authority that caused storms to still, demons to flee, and sickness to bow is alive within you. It is not a future promise, it is a present reality. The Spirit of Christ within you has already equipped you to speak, to declare, and to shift the atmosphere around you. When Jesus walked the earth, he did not hesitate. He did not beg darkness to leave. He commanded it. He did not plead with sickness. He rebuked it. He did not cower in storms. He silenced them. And why? Because he knew the authority given to him by the Father. That authority was not limited to him alone. It was meant to be shared with those marked as his reflection. That means you. Too often, you have been tricked into thinking you are powerless. Circumstances shout louder than faith, and you forget what you carry. But your words are not just air. Your prayers are not just whispers. When you declare in faith, heaven responds. When you speak in alignment with God's will, creation shifts. When you resist the enemy, he must flee not because of your strength, but because of the authority of Christ alive in you. This is why your voice matters more than you realize. The words you choose carry weight beyond the natural. Blessings and curses, life and death, they are released through the tongue. And you, chosen one, have been entrusted with the power to speak life where there is death, to declare peace where there is chaos, to call light into the darkest places. Remember the moment when the disciples marveled at Jesus after he calmed the storm, saying, "Even the winds and the waves obey him." That same Spirit now dwells in you. Heaven has not left you powerless. You are not a victim of the storm. You are the one chosen to speak peace into it. The Word of God declares in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 10, verse 19, "I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions, and to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you." This is not a poetic metaphor. It is a covenant promise. You are covered, empowered, and equipped. Chosen one. Authority is not about arrogance. It is about alignment. When your heart aligns with heaven, your words carry its backing. This is why prayer is more than ritual, it is partnership. This is why declarations are more than repetition, they are activation. You are not simply hoping for change, you are releasing it. Do not underestimate this. The ground you walk on becomes marked with His presence because you are there. The people you touch can feel heaven's nearness because it flows through you. When you pray over situations, you are not whispering into the air. You are commanding from a position of authority that darkness cannot ignore. So, lift your head. Stop walking as if you are powerless. Every step you take carries the authority of the one who overcame death itself. You do not need to wait for permission to act in faith. You have already been sent, already been authorized, already been equipped. Chosen one. Your authority is heaven's answer to the chaos around you. Speak boldly. Move faithfully. And remember this unshakable truth. Christ's authority is not just above you, it is within you. Chosen one. The time for hesitation is over. You have been wrestling with doubt, battling distractions, and questioning your worth for too long. The heavens are calling you to stand in the fullness of your assignment, not as one half asleep, but as one awake, alert, and burning with conviction. You are not permitted to remain silent anymore, for silence is surrender, and surrender is not your destiny. Every moment of your life has been pulling you toward this decision. Will you embrace the crown or let it slip away? The crown is not just glory for later, it is responsibility for now. To wear it means to walk differently, to choose obedience when rebellion looks easier, to shine when the world prefers shadows. And the crown is waiting, not because you are flawless, but because you are faithful. But here is the truth. Heaven cannot force it upon you. God offers, but you must receive. The Spirit invites, but you must respond. That is why this very moment carries weight. You cannot treat it lightly. The same way Peter had to step out of the boat into the storm, you too must step forward into your calling. The water beneath your feet will hold because Christ has already spoken the word. This is why rejection has come. This is why the battles have raged. The enemy has not been after your possessions, your relationships, or your peace alone. He has been after your crown. He knows that if you truly embrace it, nothing will stop you from advancing heaven's agenda. You will become a living testimony that shakes entire regions. The Apostle Paul wrote to the Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 25, everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. They do it to get a crown that will not last, but we do it to get a crown that lasts forever. Your struggles have been your training ground. Your tears have been watering the soil where your crown will rest. And your perseverance has been building the endurance needed to carry it with honor. Now, chosen one, hear me clearly. You cannot delay. You cannot keep waiting for the perfect moment to say yes. The crown is placed before you today. To step into it, you must make a declaration, not just with your mouth, but with your life. That is why I am calling you to act right now. In the comments, type, "I choose my crown." Just 4 words, but they carry eternal weight. This is not for me, it is for you. By typing those words, you are making a prophetic act. You are saying to heaven, I refuse to let fear steal what belongs to me. I refuse to let doubt strip me of my inheritance. I accept the crown you have set aside for me. Do not underestimate the power of small actions. A simple phrase can become a spiritual turning point. Just as David picked up a stone that brought down a giant, your words may seem small, but they carry giant-slaying force when spoken in faith. Beloved chosen one, your crown is calling. Your destiny is waiting. The world needs the reflection of Christ shining through your life. Do not look back. Do not waver. Declare it now and let your life align with your words. You are chosen, and the crown belongs to you. Chosen one. You are not meant to walk this journey alone. Even Jesus surrounded himself with disciples, not because he needed them to prove who he was, but because the mission was too great to be carried in silence. In the same way, your reflection of Christ is not just for you, it is meant to ripple outward, to impact lives you may never meet face to face. That is why connection matters. That is why you cannot keep your light hidden. You have already seen how the world tries to isolate you. The enemy's strategy is always division, separating you from voices that build you, keeping you away from those who would remind you of who you are. But God's design is community, alignment, and strength through unity. When chosen ones gather, darkness trembles more violently because the light multiplies. Think of the early church. They did not just survive, they thrived by staying connected. They shared bread, shared prayers, shared testimonies, and their faith grew stronger with every act of unity. You, too, are part of that same divine lineage. And though we live in a different age, the principle remains the same. You cannot walk this path in silence. You must remain connected to the flow of truth, encouragement, and prophetic direction. The book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 24 to 25, reminds us, let us consider how to spur love and good deeds, not giving up meeting, but encouraging one another. This is not simply advice, it is a heavenly instruction. Your calling requires connection. Beloved chosen one. That is why I must tell you from my heart. Stay close to this well of living words. Do not let the voice of heaven become something you only hear once and forget. Like this message, share it with those who need to awaken. And subscribe, so you do not drift away from the flow of encouragement and direction God is pouring out here. This is not about numbers, it is about keeping your spirit anchored and your flame alive. Every like is more than a click, it is a small act of agreement, saying, I receive this. Every share is more than an action, it is a way to extend the hand of hope to someone who may be drowning in silence. Every subscription is more than staying updated. It is your decision to remain connected to a stream of life that heaven is releasing for this hour. Understand this. The same way, a branch must remain attached to the vine to bear fruit. You must remain in connection with voices that water your spirit. The enemy wants to cut off your source of strength, but God is inviting you to remain plugged into the flow, so that your crown, your authority, and your destiny will not be hindered. Chosen one, you are too precious to walk alone. Stay close, stay connected, and let your flame burn brighter by joining with others who are also marked by heaven. Together, the chosen ones form a living army of light, carrying Christ's reflection into the darkest corners of this world. Chosen one. Storms have always been part of your journey. They are not signs of God's absence, but evidence of your anointing. When the winds rise and the waves crash, It is not because you are forgotten, it is because you are trusted. Storms are the proving ground of the chosen, and you have been entrusted to walk through them with a strength the world cannot comprehend. Think of the moment when Jesus and his disciples were on the boat. The storm rose, suddenly, waves beating against them, and fear gripped the hearts of those who had seen him perform miracles. Yet Jesus slept in perfect peace. Why? Because storms have no authority over the one who holds creation in his hands. And when he finally rose, he spoke just 3 words: "Peace, be still." Instantly, nature obeyed. Beloved, that same stillness now resides within you. The world may rage, people may panic, situations may spiral out of control, but deep inside, the Spirit of Christ whispers, "Calm." This is why you have endured storms that should have destroyed others. Where others would sink, you stand. Where others collapse, you remain. It is not your strength alone, it is the stillness of Christ inside you, anchoring your soul. At times, you have wondered, why do the storms never stop? Why do I always face resistance? The truth is, storms are drawn to the anointed. Darkness recognizes the light you carry and tries to intimidate you with chaos. But storms are not there to end you. They are there to reveal what you carry. Every time the winds rise, heaven is giving you another chance to exercise authority, to discover the peace within you that cannot be shaken. The Word of God declares in the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 2, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze." This is not a promise of escape, but of endurance. You were never promised a life without storms. You were promised victory in the midst of them. Chosen one. Storms have trained you. They have refined your faith, sharpened your endurance, and deepened your dependence on God. Without the storm, you would not have discovered the stillness within. Without the fire, you would not know the strength of the one walking beside you. And without the pressure, you would never have realized just how unshakable you truly are. Do not despise the storm. See it for what it is, a stage for heaven's glory. When you remain calm in chaos, you are reflecting Jesus. When you hold on in faith while others give up, you are proving that the Spirit within you is greater than the storm around you. Your life becomes a testimony, a lighthouse guiding others who are lost in their own storms. Beloved, never forget, you are unshakable. Not because life is easy, but because Christ is in you. You are unshakable. Not because storms are absent, but because peace is present. The winds may howl, the waves may rise, but you will not be moved. For you, chosen one, are anchored in eternal stillness. Chosen one, you are standing at the doorway of completion. Cycles that once held you in repetition are breaking even now. What felt like endless delay, what seemed like closed doors and shattered opportunities, is being transformed into testimony. Heaven is declaring over you, the old chapter is finished, and a new season has begun. You see, the Spirit of God never allows his chosen to remain in circles forever. Israel wandered in the wilderness for 40 years, but eventually the Jordan parted and the land of promise was revealed. In the same way, your wilderness has been long, but it has not been permanent. The place of wandering has been preparing you, shaping your heart, refining your spirit, and teaching your hands to war. Now the season is shifting. The old patterns are ending, and the promise is unfolding. There is something powerful about completion. It is not only an ending, it is also a beginning. The moment you step out of one cycle, you are ushered into the next dimension of your calling. The delays that tried to break you are about to become the very fuel that launches you forward. What once held you back is becoming the platform that propels you into your purpose. The prophet Isaiah declared in chapter 60, verse 22, "The least of you will become 1,000, the smallest a mighty nation. I am the Lord. In its time I will do this swiftly." Beloved chosen one, the timing of God is now unfolding in your favor. What seemed small in your hands is being multiplied. What seemed delayed is about to move quickly. The circle of waiting is closing, and the door of acceleration is opening. But there is a prophetic act you must do to mark this moment. In the comments, write 5,555. This is not just a number, it is a declaration. It symbolizes grace multiplied, cycles ending, and divine favor being poured out in abundance. By typing it, you are not performing an empty action. You are saying with your spirit, "Lord, I receive the end of delay. I step into the fullness of what you have promised me." Do not treat this lightly. Prophetic numbers carry weight because they are physical signs of spiritual agreement. Just as Noah built an ark as a visible act of faith, just as Abraham lifted his knife in obedience before the ram appeared, your simple act of declaring 5,555 is a sign that you are aligning with heaven's word over your life. Chosen one, I know the waiting has been painful. I know you have cried prayers that felt unanswered, carried burdens that felt unbearable, and wondered if breakthrough would ever come. But the truth is, heaven has been working in silence. Seeds do not grow while we stare at them. They grow hidden beneath the soil, breaking, stretching, expanding until the day of revelation comes. And now, your revelation is near. Completion is here. The chains of endless repetition are snapping. The detours are ending. The season of almost is giving way to fulfillment. You are not entering a halfway blessing. You are stepping into the fullness of promise. Beloved chosen one, let hope rise in you again. The circle is closing, and the straight path is opening. Comment 5,555 to mark it, and let your spirit rejoice in the truth. What God begins, He always completes. Chosen one, never underestimate the fire that rests upon your voice. What you speak is not empty sound, it is vibration infused with eternity. Words have always been instruments of creation. From the beginning, God spoke, and the universe came into being. Light broke through darkness because a word was released. And now, you, who carry the imprint of Christ, also carry this power. Your words are not ordinary. You have seen how words can wound, perhaps in your past. Voices of accusation, rejection, or mockery pierced you deeper than any weapon. They left invisible scars that you carried silently. But just as words can wound, words can also heal, rebuild, and ignite destinies. Heaven has entrusted you with the authority to release words that shift realities. When you open your mouth in faith, atmospheres tremble, chains begin to loosen, burdens lift, and hearts awaken. That is why the enemy has always tried to silence you. He knows your voice is a weapon of fire. He knows that if you ever fully realize the authority in your tongue, you will dismantle his schemes with a single declaration. Think of Jesus. He did not need long speeches to transform lives. A single phrase, "Be healed. Follow me. Peace. Be still." And the impossible became possible. His words carried fire because they were aligned with heaven. That same Spirit dwells in you. And when you speak in alignment with God's truth, your words become carriers of fire as well. Chosen one. Reflect on this carefully. Your conversations are never casual. Every word carries weight. When you bless, heaven records it. When you declare, creation responds. When you intercede, angels move. And when you worship, the throne room itself is filled with your fragrance. Your voice is more than communication. It is participation in heaven's activity on earth. The book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 21, declares, "The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit." This verse is not abstract. It is a divine law. What you release into the atmosphere returns to you, multiplied. That is why you must guard your tongue. Speak with intention, and release fire that builds rather than words that destroy. Have you noticed how certain people's voices linger long after they've spoken? A kind word remembered years later. A cruel phrase that still echoes. Your voice has the same eternal quality, but magnified. Because Christ's reflection rests upon you, that means your encouragement will travel further. Your declarations will cut deeper, and your prayers will echo louder in the courts of heaven. Beloved chosen one, do not keep silent in moments when your fire is needed. Someone's breakthrough may be waiting for your words. Someone's healing may come through your prayer. Someone's courage may rise because you spoke life when they only saw death. Silence in such moments is costly, but speech in alignment with heaven is priceless. So let your words burn with truth. Let your declarations be like arrows of fire piercing through darkness. Let your prayers be as thunder that shakes the unseen. You are not simply speaking, you are releasing the very breath of heaven through your voice. Never forget your voice is fire. And when fire is released, nothing remains the same. Chosen one, do you realize the magnitude of what surrounds you? You are not walking this journey unguarded. Heaven has already assigned hosts of angels to your path. Because your mission reflects the sun, you are too valuable to be left exposed, and too chosen to be left unprotected. From the beginning of Scripture until now, angels have always been present in the lives of those marked by God. They came to strengthen prophets, to guard God's people in battle, to deliver messages that shifted history. They shut the mouths of lions for Daniel. They guided Lot out of destruction. They ministered to Jesus after his wilderness trial. And now, the same hosts are encamped around you. Many times, you have walked through danger without even realizing how close it was. You thought it was coincidence that the accident missed you, that the sickness did not take you, that the trap set against you fell apart. But these were not coincidences, they were interventions. Angels have been standing, watch, blocking what you could not see, fighting battles in realms you did not perceive. The psalmist reminds us in the book of Psalms, chapter 91, verse 11, "For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. This is not just a poetic line, it is a covenant promise written over your life. Wherever you go, however far you travel, His messengers walk with you. But their presence is not only about protection, they are also carriers of provision and strength. At moments when your spirit felt weak, when you almost gave in, you did not rise on your own. Heaven was ministering to you. The unseen hands of angels lifted you, giving you strength you could not explain. That is why you survived storms that should have broken you. That is why you endured when you had nothing left. Chosen one, you must see yourself differently now. You are not a solitary figure stumbling through the world. You are part of a divine army. And heaven has already sent reinforcements to walk with you. You may not always feel them, but their presence is undeniable. In your most isolated nights, you have never truly been alone. Even now, angels are watching over your household. They are standing at the threshold of your destiny, ensuring that no weapon formed against you can prosper. They are preparing doors to open, battles to be won, and blessings to be released. And when you pray, your words stir them into action. Prayer is not only communion with God, it is also the command center where angelic hosts receive their assignments concerning your life. Beloved, let this truth calm your heart. You are surrounded. Fear loses its grip when you know that heaven's army marches with you. Anxiety cannot choke you when you understand that unseen warriors are stationed at your side. You are not fragile. You are fiercely guarded. You are not forgotten. You are faithfully defended. Chosen one. Angels are not distant beings. They are heaven's proof that your life is valuable. Their presence declares that your mission matters too much to be left vulnerable. Walk boldly, for you are accompanied. Speak confidently, for you are supported. Rest peacefully, for you are guarded. Never again believe the lie that you are unprotected. Heaven has written your name on the assignment scrolls of angels, and they will not leave you. Chosen one, you have reached a moment where heaven is urging you to rise higher. You have carried the battles, endured the storms, survived the rejection, and now the crown is before you. But hear me carefully, you cannot remain silent. Nor can you walk this path in isolation. The assignment upon your life is too weighty for secrecy. What God has placed in you must be released, and the world must see Christ's reflection through you. Even Jesus declared openly who he was. Even though it provoked opposition, he never hid his light, because hiding would have meant disobedience. You, too, are called to let your light shine, not only for yourself, but for those waiting in the shadows for a sign of hope. Your obedience becomes the spark for their awakening. Beloved, the time of shrinking back is finished. The mantle on your life is too radiant to be concealed. You were not chosen to remain unnoticed. You were chosen to carry glory that illuminates nations. That is why the Spirit will not let you rest in silence. Heaven demands your voice, your presence, and your testimony. And I must speak this with sincerity. If these words stir your spirit, do not keep them locked inside. Let them ripple outward, like this message, as a prophetic agreement that you receive it. Share it, because someone connected to you desperately needs to hear this truth. Subscribe so you remain aligned with the ongoing stream of words. Heaven is pouring through this space. These are not empty actions, they are acts of alignment. Think of it this way: each like is more than support. It is your declaration that you choose light over silence. Each share is more than generosity. It is a rescue line for someone standing on the edge of despair. Each subscription is more than connection. It is your decision to stay close to the well that refreshes your soul. These acts are seeds planted, and heaven always honors seeds. The Apostle Paul wrote in the book of Philippians, chapter 3, verse 14, "I press on toward the goal, to win the prize. God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus." That prize, chosen one, is not just for him, it is for you. The crown you are reaching for is evidence of God's eternal call, pulling you upward, refusing to let you remain in mediocrity. But pressing forward requires decision. It means refusing to stay hidden. It means engaging with the fire placed before you. It means saying, "Yes, Lord, I will walk fully as the chosen." That is why your response matters. Not for vanity, not for applause, but for alignment. Heaven watches how you respond to the tug of the Spirit. Will you ignore it, or will you step boldly into it? Beloved, you have been through too much to retreat. Now, every battle has prepared you for this hour. Every wound has shaped your resilience. Every silence has deepened your strength. And now, the crown awaits, not just as a symbol of glory, but as a mantle of responsibility. So let your actions reflect your agreement. Do not hesitate. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, not as routine, but as prophetic participation. These simple steps are outward signs of an inward yes. And when you choose to align, heaven takes note. Chosen one, lift your head. Your crown is before you. Your destiny is calling, and your voice must not be silent. You are chosen, and now is the moment to declare it openly, to embrace it fully, and to walk in it boldly. Chosen one, the glory that is coming will not compare to the pain you have endured. Every trial has been shaping you. Every loss has been pruning you. Every delay has been preparing you for this exact season. What you are about to witness is not ordinary. It is the unveiling of heaven's power through your life. Miracles are not just stories of the past. They are about to flow from your hands. Your prayers, your obedience. Think of the first disciples. They were not scholars, not kings, not people of great status. They were fishermen, tax collectors, and ordinary men. Yet when the Spirit fell upon them, cities shook, nations trembled, and history was rewritten. What set them apart was not their ability, but their availability. They surrendered, and heaven filled them. In the same way, heaven is preparing to use you, not because of your perfection, but because of your willingness. The power of God within you is not limited to church walls or sacred spaces. It is meant for the streets, the workplaces, the homes, the hidden places where darkness thinks it reigns. You are the vessel chosen to carry light into those corners, to reveal Christ where he is least expected. Your very presence will disrupt patterns of despair, and your words will release chains you cannot see with human eyes. Miracles, signs, and wonders are not for a distant generation. They are for you. You will see doors open where none existed. You will see healing flow where sickness thought it had the final word. You will see provision appear where lack had reigned for too long. The glory of God is not something you chase, it is something you carry. And soon it will overflow in ways that no one can deny. The prophet Haggai declared in chapter 2, verse 9, "The glory of this present house will be greater than the former house. And here I give peace, beloved." This is not a distant prophecy, it is your personal promise. The glory ahead of you is greater than anything behind you. The peace coming upon you will silence the storms that once terrified you. Chosen one. The testimonies that will flow from your life will not only affirm your faith, they will ignite the faith of others. People will look at you and know, God is real. His power is alive, and His chosen ones still walk the earth. You will become a living witness, not only with words, but with undeniable evidence of His presence. But remember, glory is not for self-exaltation. The miracles that come are not for your name, but for His. You are a vessel, a carrier, a reflection. The moment pride whispers that the power is yours, you must silence it with humility, reminding your soul that everything flows from Him. You are the reflection, not the source. Beloved, prepare your heart for this season. Heaven is aligning things swiftly. The weight of God's glory is about to rest more heavily on your life, and with it will come responsibility. You will be asked to step boldly when others hesitate, to speak truth when silence seems easier, to carry burdens for the sake of those who cannot yet see. This is the mantle of the chosen glory, intertwined with sacrifice, miracles flowing through surrendered vessels. And yet, do not fear, for the same God who calls you equips you. The same Spirit who anoints you sustains you. The same Christ who reflects through you walks beside you. You are never alone in this mission. You are surrounded, strengthened, and upheld. Chosen one. Lift your eyes. The coming glory is not far. It is near. It is rising. It is already breaking through, and you will be the vessel through which it shines. Chosen one. The story of your life has always been leading here to the revelation that you are the second copy of Jesus, carrying His divine reflection, sealed with His eternal mark. You were not born simply to exist, to blend into the background, or to live an ordinary script. From the very beginning, Heaven wrote a different ending for you. Every struggle, every scar, every triumph has been the handwriting of God shaping you into His likeness. You have wondered often why life has felt heavier for you than for others, why the rejection cut deeper, why the storms came harder, why the silence lingered longer. The answer is simple: because you carry more. You were designed to endure what others could not, to carry what others would drop, to walk paths that others would fear. This endurance is not punishment, it is evidence of your calling. And now, as this season unfolds, the crown that has been waiting is being placed upon your life. This crown is not of gold and jewels. It is woven from obedience, faithfulness, and the unbreakable seal of heaven. You are not only chosen, you are crowned. You are not only called, you are commissioned. This crown represents victory, but it also carries responsibility. To wear it means you cannot walk as the world walks. To bear it means you cannot think as the world thinks. You are set apart, distinguished, and marked by eternity. Your life is no longer yours alone. It is a mirror through which Christ is seen. The book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 11, declares, "I am coming soon. Hold on to what you have, so that no one will take your crown." These words echo like thunder across the ages. Your crown is secure, but it requires vigilance. The enemy cannot create, but he will try to steal. Guard your heart. Guard your mind. Guard your flame. For what you carry is too precious to be surrendered. Beloved chosen one, the victory written over you is eternal. The battles you fought were never in vain. The tears you cried were never wasted. The prayers you whispered in the dark have been gathered into heaven's bowls. And now the answers are pouring out. You stand at the threshold of fulfillment, holding the weight of both pain and glory. And through it all, one truth resounds. You are his reflection on the earth. Beloved chosen one, understand this. Even the silent seasons, when you felt heaven was far away, were part of your preparation. Every unanswered prayer was not rejection, but redirection towards something greater. The hidden years, the overlooked moments, the secret sacrifices, all of them have been shaping you into a vessel strong enough to carry eternal fire. Nothing was wasted. Every step has been holy ground, and every struggle has been carving Christ's image deeper into your spirit, making you unshakable. This identity cannot be taken from you. You were not chosen by accident, you were chosen by design. You are not walking in borrowed authority, you are walking in inherited power. You are not living for temporary applause, you are living for eternal crowns. Chosen one, never again doubt who you are. You are the continuation of Christ's work, the living testimony that his Spirit still moves, still heals, still redeems. Your crown is the proof that your endurance has not been forgotten, that your obedience has not gone unseen. Wear it boldly, live it faithfully, and let your life shine as evidence that Jesus still reigns through his chosen ones. Lift your head. Beloved, you are crowned. You are victorious. You are the second copy of Jesus, walking the earth with his fire, his peace, and his authority. And heaven itself celebrates you, chosen one. As this message closes, remember, heaven has not spoken these words to stir you for a moment, but to seal a truth that will carry you into eternity. You are crowned. You are chosen. You are the reflection of Christ on earth. Every scar has become strength. Every delay has become preparation. And every tear has become a seed for glory. You are not ordinary. You are the second copy of Jesus, carrying his fire into a world desperate for light. But hear this carefully. You are not meant to carry this alone. The flame inside you was never designed to stay hidden. It was meant to spread. That is why I ask from the heart, like this message, if it has stirred your spirit, not as a gesture for me, but as your agreement with heaven's word, share it. Because someone in your circle may be silently crying out for the very confirmation you just received. Your obedience could be the answer to another soul's prayer. And do not walk away disconnected. Subscribe, because the journey of the chosen is ongoing, and you cannot afford to wander without the constant reminder of who you are. These words are not routine, they are lifelines. By staying connected, you are choosing to remain aligned with a stream of encouragement, correction, and divine fire that will keep your spirit awake. Finally, let your voice rise even here. Leave a comment, not just words on a screen, but a declaration from your heart. Speak life into your own destiny. Affirm your crown. Proclaim your agreement with what heaven has declared over you. When you comment, you are not only responding, You are participating. You are saying, "Yes, Lord, I hear you, and I receive this." Beloved chosen one, do not let this fire stop with you. Carry it, share it, and remain in the flow. The crown is yours. The mission is before you, and the world is waiting for the light you were born to release.